I mean, this is a good driveway, man. There's really nothing to be upset about here. We got all the goods, you know what I mean? The whole family's here. All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode. And I guess, I don't know, we're just working on everything today. We got a full day. Mainly focused on this thing here because I really want to get this thing up on the streets and running for the homie. You know what I mean? We want to have him having some fun out there in the streets. If you guys remember the last episode, we went ahead and we got some stuff patched up. Also went ahead, we removed all the seam sealer, we removed everything in the engine bay, got it almost ready. Guys, we're so close to getting this thing ready for primer. It's super cool. So I patched up this hole right here. I patched up this hole. There's just like a factory big hole here, and unfortunately whoever owned this or did this before just made a really nasty hole. We are going to do some body work in this area because, as you guys can see, it's super crinkly. I do believe this car was in some sort of like a crash or hit or something up in this front corner, maybe in the whole front end, because we kind of discovered that if you guys can kind of make that out in the center of your screen, see how that hole is kind of torn, like right there. The whole like upper radiator core support type deal is in kind of rough shape also. It's just really haggard. It looks kind of crappy. So I'm gonna try and see if we can go ahead and replace this with a new one. That way it looks brand new. But even if we do replace the front, that does not affect anything up in here. So I don't know if you guys can make anything out in there, but you can see how just rough and just, you know, it's just super worked out in here. So we're gonna go ahead and try and do our best and clean it all up. We're gonna go ahead and weld up this big hole for the harness because I'm no longer gonna be feeding the harness through the main engine bay. We're actually gonna tuck it unless the owner actually wants me to go ahead and put it behind the dash, which I'm gonna speak to him about that today. But if he doesn't, we'll just go ahead and route it outside, and then it'll come back in through this hole and it'll just mount in its factory location. So we can make it look way better with keeping the harness in the factory spot, so not bad. So I think I'm about to get stuck in it, and let's get some work done, boys. Let's get her done. So this may sound kind of weird to some of you guys, but I like to, like, I don't know why, but I find it like really satisfying when you find something around the shop that just happens to be like a perfect template for the piece you need to cut. I don't know why, but I found this pulley. Dude, it's perfect. Literally perfect. I'm gonna come down. I bought some new metal, so that's awesome. Also bought new markers. Love a good marker, dude. Love a good marker. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and cut that out. There she be.
Feel this shit. Top 10 flow when it steal this shit. Went away, had to get away, been away, came back and I'm motherfucking steal this shit. Hold up, what's real is this? Feeling myself, who ill is this? Master the flow from the east to the west.
I really want to get that whole area looking smooth because you know, that's just kind of how I am, and it's gonna look really nice and painted, but when you go over here, you'll be like, damn, this thing's been a crash. You know what I mean? And I don't want people to think that the car's been in a crash. You know, that's kind of not. I know you guys know, and I know, but as far as like civilians out there in the world, you know, I don't want them to be like, hey, damn, this car's cool and all, but look, it's been crashed. You know what I mean? So we're gonna go ahead and do what we can there. So I'm in the welding zone. This whole side is pretty much complete. I'm gonna go ahead and maybe weld a couple of these like really tiny holes up, and then we're gonna move on and get this whole mess over here. This one's kind of gross. It's got a bit of shrapnel. Watch your fingers, cause it's sharp. But we're gonna go ahead and, you know, probably cut a square, maybe cut a little bit more. Great news, great news. The part that was supposed to be here in a week for this thing just came in today. So thankfully, I'll be able to start putting this thing back together and just get it out of the way, and you know, it'll be good to go because it needs to get inspected, and the charcoal canister was kind of holding us back from doing so. So we're looking good, man. We're looking good. Beautiful day. It's 4th of July tomorrow, and America, you know what I mean? Alright, man, dude, I'm loving this. Like, I was just thinking about this earlier today, like the fact that I can just come out here and do my thing. I'm so blessed, and I really don't take this for granted at all. And I really just want to say this really quick, guys. Just follow your dreams, chase your dreams. Don't let your dreams be dreams. If you guys are passionate about something and you want to do something in life, go ahead and do it. Even if there's tough times, which there will be tough times, just got to go ahead and power through them, man. That's why people win and become successful, is they just keep powering through all, like, I guess, the negative situations, and they just keep pushing. They know where they want to be, and they just keep grinding. So just go out there, man. If you guys want to go ahead and start a YouTube channel, just do it. Pick up the camera. I get a lot of questions like, hey, do you guys have any advice? Honestly, be yourself. Do what you guys love to do, and honestly, don't look at the numbers. Just don't. Just put awesome content out there, guys. If it's meant to happen, it'll happen. Just grind, man. But on a side note, things are coming out so nice and clean out here. So check this out. We got this whole panel all patched up, looking super good. If you guys can see over there, that old guy, we don't like him. He's not hanging out with us. But here we got the new guy in town, the new chick on the block, looking super good. I'm looking over on this side now, and I'm like, man, the old Betty over here, she's looking a little aged, a little beat up, just a little tatted, looking a little dusty. So we got to go ahead and fix this, I think. Even though I've already patched this and this hole, I think I'm going to kind of do what I did over there, because in the end, I can make this look good with some body filler, but I really rather just have a nice one clean sheet of metal. And it might be good because we might be able to kind of get up inside here a little bit more and just kind of clean up this area as well. So trying to make like a piece that goes around here, dives and curls down over the edge a little bit, sorry we're not in focus, and just kind of comes down and then gets back into this area. I've made a couple marks, as you guys can see, and it'll be nice just to get rid of all this, because this is all kind of wavy and gnarly, because this hole, the frame itself, there's a big uprise and there's just a lot of things going on here, so it's just kind of made it a strange shape. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. The homie, the owner of the build, he's just dipping out. We decided that we're gonna go ahead and relocate the fuse box inside the car behind the dash in the glove box. That's gonna be awesome. We got the WRX, or no, sorry, Impreza. It's alright. Don't give him any hate. He's working on something cool. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, the fuse box. So we're no longer running the fuse box, so I will be able to go and patch up those holes. It'll be nice because now we'll have just super nice clean engine bay lines, because first off, well I guess the intercooler, we don't need intercooler piping holes, because like I said, the intercooler will be going along inside of here. So that'll be very clean. This side's gonna look just as nice as that side, and very excited. So time to cut out this spot. Sorry, I've been rambling. I've just been kind of updating you guys what's going on. Chop this out. And I need to get more sheet metal, but at least we'll get this out and see what we're working with. So let's get to it.
Master the flow from the east to the west, but right now I'm wondering how trill is this. I've been around for a minute now, 100 I'm in and out. People that wasn't there back in the day talking about me, remember I'm winning now. I could only imagine if I was beginning now, back in the beginning now. Off that, spend $1 million on a chain and I tell my company to duck that, get the fuck back.
Alright guys, so I just got back from Home Depot and got us some more sheet. Hang on. So, as you guys can see, I pretty much hammered out the piece that we had. Pretty mangled looking, right? Like it's pretty bad, right? So because I flattened it out, now it's a whole lot easier to go ahead and transfer this onto sheet metal. Getting the curves is a little bit tricky. So what I did, pretty much just, put it in and then did a rough trace, added about 1/4 inch along the whole thing. So we're gonna go ahead now and just chop this out, and I'm sure we might have to do a bit of trimming, but I'd definitely rather have it bigger than smaller, so we can always get ahead and cut it down to size as opposed to run out of space. So let's go ahead and cut this out, and it should be going in pretty soon. So I'm excited for this one. This is gonna look good. All right, so I went ahead and ground down all the paint. Check this out, here's our new check this out, here's our new piece. So cut this out obviously, and just went ahead and bent it. I used a little jack handle right there to go ahead and kind of form the corner bends. And as you guys can see, I mean, it looks kind of weird, but this is literally a perfect fit for where we need to replace this. So I'm gonna go ahead and set you guys up and get this tacked in. welded up, man. This is gonna look really, really clean when all painted, man. I'm pretty excited. So.
Every time I think I gotta go, cause if you seek then you gotta know, bitches they only care about the flow, come on, you know how the story go. This the shit that never run and they always pretending, acting kinda sinning. They mind what I'm bending, just imagine like Lennon that we living like long division. My vision is risen, shout out my homie in prison. Shit is deeper than an incision on the lower level. Word of the devil, I can feel the trouble inside, telling me what to do, I never abide.
Check it out, man. Crazy, crazy good, right? So I actually just went ahead and we ground down all the welds, as you guys can see, on both sides. And now I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with a bit of some all metal USC body filler, just so obviously we can go ahead and clean everything up real good. So yeah, kind of a random update, I know, but I at least want to show you guys what I've been up to. I just was grinding all the extra welds away, so that's probably why I didn't really film it. But man, what a difference, you know? I mean, what a difference. That's so clean now. It's all nice and smooth, and details, man, details. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even though I'm not charging extra to do this, obviously, it's just, I treat kind of things as if they're my own, and I wouldn't really want it to be how it was previously. As you guys can see, just a really mangled piece of whatever. So now we're nice and clean.
Vibe. The second we ride, you know we know just how to do it. My style, they can never renew it, I bet they know it. Every time I think I gotta go, cause if you see then you gotta know, bitches they only care about the flow, come on, you know how the story go, every time I think I gotta go, cause if you see then you gotta know.
So it is well, it is July 10th, man, and it's a beautiful day out, man. I'm just, it's crazy though to think that it's already like halfway through July. So, it's been a while. I haven't really filmed too much on the S14 lately, just because I've been doing a lot of just continuous body work, and I've been filling up, as you guys can see, been patching up holes. Since we're no longer having the fuse box there, we're gonna go ahead and make sure that's all nice and clean. Same thing over here, working on that. Getting these areas really nice. This whole spot has been quite the job to get it really nice and seamless and flush. Sorry, it's a little dusty, but I'll show you guys later. This this piece of, well, it's still not done. Don't judge me yet. It's not done. But as you guys can see, I made sure to put 2 layers of, so it kind of maintains the seam look. So we're trying to make it look OEM, but really quick, we're gonna take a break from the S14 and we're gonna work on the Z, and we're gonna just install some parts on it today. As you guys know, the interior on the Z pretty much untouched. We definitely have a lot of stuff that we're gonna go ahead and do. I want to get rid of all this tweed, and actually there's this kit that I want to buy that replaces all of it with like a really nice suede Alcantara. So that's gonna look really nice. And then obviously we have to do something with our seats because, well, I mean, the problem is, I love how low they sit. I'd honestly wish they'd even sit a little bit lower. And I know that when I put aftermarket seats in it, it's gonna sit higher. So we gotta look into that a little bit. We could just get these reupholstered. That's an option. But for today, the mod we are installing is a gnarly personal steering wheel. I love this wheel. This design for me is such a cool and just classic, really clean design. You can see it doesn't have too much of a dish, but it feels great in the hand. Obviously you guys can see I got my fake Nismo horn button. Also, some of you guys may realize that this wheel is from the 240, but shh, don't tell anyone. So this, we're gonna go ahead and pop it in the Z because first off, I mean, look at how crusty this is. It's just really gross. It's sticky. It's old, man. It's old. What do you expect? So there's this company that actually makes, or I guess if you send them in your steering wheel, they completely redo it. So when I say that, they like add a flat bottom, which is cool, and they can do like carbon fiber inserts, you know, wherever you want them. They definitely make it way beefier, so that might be a option. So we'll go ahead, because I do like the OEM look, but you know, it's just gross. So just really quick, first thing we gotta go ahead and do, obviously, is take off our original wheel here. So I think this should kind of pop off. Oh wow, okay, wow. That was much easier than I initially thought here. How does this come out? Hey. Oh! Wow, okay, hang on. That works. Put this to the side. Okay. There you go, that was way too easy. So, I like to always keep the bolt a little bit on, that way when it pops off, you don't hit yourself in the face. Alright guys, so here are one of the few items you need for this whole install. I actually got this on eBay for like half off, because usually these are about $100 and I got this for $50, so I'm pretty happy about that. I'm gonna actually have the NRG logo on the bottom, and you guys can see it has these little prongs. This is what like returns your blinkers back into their position. So I was just wondering really quick, like how do these buttons work? You know what I mean? Like how does it focus for me, camera? You got this. How do these buttons work? You know, like the wheel spins and the wire. So it's got this like, sorry, there's a guy mowing our lawn right now. It's got like this contact patch you guys can see back here with like 3 ribs. It's kind of too late to point this out now. I kind of got ahead of myself. But if you look in there, there's like 3 little posts. You can kind of see them. And those posts always maintain contact, even when the wheel spins, to this plate. So that's how. Well, it needs no wires. It just has. It's wow. This is awesome. I don't know why I find this so interesting. By the way, I am running a quick release as well. So we just have to connect these 2 pins together to here, and we'll have our horn. And then we can also go ahead and remove our a wheel as well, and it'll push it a little bit closer to us, which will be nice. Yeah, dude, way better. So clean. Looks great. By the way, if you guys are wondering like the size difference compared to the factory wheel, it's probably about like a centimeter smaller. So for me, that's fine because it gives me a little bit more leg room to clear my knees, because this wheel actually doesn't tilt. You know, the column itself doesn't move. So that is nice, and also the fact that it's pushed up a little bit also kind of gives me a little bit more room in the leg area, because it brings it a little bit closer to you. And by the way, I am filming this a different day because I kind of ran out of time and my memory card filled up that one day. So here we are, like a week or 2 later, still rocking it, looking great. And yeah, man, just gives the interior a nice little clean look, and still kind of rolls with the old school kind of 90s look. You know, nothing too modern. Looks really good in my opinion. So it's a win in my book. Today is another big day. Well, first off, we have a lot of plans for this thing. We have a lot of work to do. I mean, so the first thing. We gotta get this thing primed. So I've been just grinding away. I don't know how much I've been keeping up to date and filming the whole bodywork process, but as you guys can see, we're pretty much at the point where we're all good for some paint. Now, if we look over here, you guys can see I just went ahead and just did some primer in these spots just so we go ahead and cover up all the bare metal. Still have a little bit of sanding to do in these spots here to kind of just, you know, get rid of a couple little nicks that I saw and I wasn't too happy with. But all in all, guys, this thing is looking super nice. As you guys can see, start to mask it off a little bit. And but first, really quick, we've got some goodies. Okay, so we have 2 boxes. One from Raw Brokerage, which hopefully you guys know, since we're doing an RB25 in this thing. Raw Brokerage is they got the goods, man. So we have one from Raw Brokerage and another awesome box from ATP Turbo. So without further ado, we're gonna run through this stuff pretty quickly here. What do we got? First box. This is a big box. Wait, oh, hang on. Oh boy, wrong. I opened the wrong box first. This box first. We're saving the best for last. Let's just put it that way. All right, first thing, guys. We have some, I might pronounce this wrong, Nubis? I don't know. But we got some brand new Nubis coil packs. Nubis sounds weird, so I'm gonna go with Nubis. What do we got here? We have some hardware. The Nitto oil head drain kit. Super awesome. This is like the AN fitting to go ahead and adapt for the block, for the oil drain. AN press and valve cover fitting, so we can run some nice AN lines to it. Valve cover bolts. Oil pump. Water pump. And I think that's it. Box number 2. This thing right here is gonna make this car an absolute beast for the street, man. You guys already know. Oh yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Oh, Garrett, I don't know why. I don't know what it is about Garrett, man, but they just make me happy. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Woo-hoo-hoo. Alright guys, so this is the Garrett GTX 3076. Yeah, I mean, goddamn. This thing can push so much power, like 600 plus. So that's more than what we need it for, and this is gonna make for a super responsive build. So I cannot wait for this. It's gonna be badass. we don't need water to wet sand, you know? Mother Nature's got us covered. Alright, so it looks like we finally have a little bit of a dry spell, so I don't know exactly where we left off with the content, guys, but I believe you guys saw me paint, or at least primer the engine bay, so obviously that's done. Mother Nature was kind of helping us out with some wet sanding. I was sort of staying dry in the garage as I was up in here giving her what she needed, but the whole wet sanding thing, like, you don't need to do it. This was never, like, this isn't a show car, but it's just me, like, being who I am. Like, I can't not do it. I really want stuff to come out how I would want it to come out on my cars, so if that means going the extra mile, guys, I'm willing to do that. There's a definitely, like, I wasn't even really supposed to do that whole repatch, you know what I mean? Because I kind of honestly could have left it how it was, but I wouldn't have been happy with that. I know my buddy, you know, whose car this is going to be way happier that it's fixed and looking like that as opposed to what it looked like. Same thing over here. So even though it took me way longer and, you know, it kind of extended the deadline a little bit, I hope he's all right in that matter because it's going to look way cooler. So yes, wet sanding. I'm not going to really film too much because this is literally just sanding. There's so much sanding going on lately in my life that I'm just kind of like letting it overcome, and then we'll come back into the content, guys. So I'm using 400 grit sandpaper, by the way, 400. But we're getting the job done, man. It's gonna look really good. So I'm out here, man. I'm grinding. I think the rain's done for now, but I'm gonna get back to work. Look who is inside. So what's happening, guys? It is a new day. Many days have passed since, what is it say, June, July, I wish it was June. It is July 18th today. So today is the day we're going to go ahead and paint up the engine bay in the S14. You guys are probably wondering, like, hey, did you go ahead and already paint the engine bay in the S13? No, because the paint it hasn't showed up yet. It's been like 3 weeks, so kind of curious on what's going on there. But we do have the paint, obviously, for the S14. So it's all wet sanded. We're all good to go. I actually went ahead and touched up this spot here. There's like a little bit of a divot on this part of the engine bay, so I went ahead and we fixed that, re-primed over it, re-wet sanded it, and now it's pretty much ready to go. So got the car masked off. I'm just going to be painting it in here. I have our dope little light set up here that's just going to be giving us plenty of light. So you guys are probably wondering, like, what color are we doing? This is the color right here. Hang on. Purple Crush Pearl. So if you guys are interested in grabbing your own, it's just called Purple Crush Pearl. This color is awesome, and I cannot wait to show you guys what it looks like. Especially once the clear coat goes on it, it's going to be a whole nother game. So let's go ahead. I just prepped everything. Only thing I have to do is just hit it with a tack rag. A tack rag is just like a sticky cloth. Basically, it's like a glue, tapey kind of cloth where you just run it across your surface, and it picks up all the little kind of dirt and debris that's there that you can't really see or feel. So we're good. We're looking good. I'm going to go ahead and get the gun mixed up and get spraying. I want to see if I can get you guys a pretty decent representation of this color. Pretty wild, man. Really, really wild. It's going to be really cool on the car. Can't wait to see it. So it is looking super good. I'm actually just about to actually hit it with the clear coat. So there's something I wanted to mention really quick. What was that? Oh yes, so I also wet the floor. I wet the floor. That way no dust can kind of like fly up at us. So that's also a nice top tip. If you guys are wondering what kind of paint gun I'm using, it's literally a Harbor Freight Central. Sorry, you're probably getting some wind. It's just a Harbor Freight deal, man. That's all it is. It's got the 1.4 tip on it. It's like the professional Harbor. Sorry about the mess. It's got like the professional Harbor Freight with the 1.4 tip, and I just use it for everything. Primer, base coat, clear coat. Seems to do the job pretty damn well. So, shall we toss some clear on this, man? It's gonna look way crazier. I can tell you that right off the bat. But let's go ahead and let's get this thing painted. man, look at it. How crazy of a color is this? Wow. Yeah, gotta give that Owen Wilson, wow, you know? So yeah, man, this is done. This is three coats of clear, and dude, it came out absolutely super icy, man. Like, it's literally just water. It's just water. So I know the owner is gonna be super pumped about this. I am stoked. And look at where we painted, you know what I mean? Totally doable. You guys can paint yourself. I'm a sweaty mess, sorry. It's so hot in here, so hot in here. But yeah, I'm super stoked. Huge check off the to-do list, you know? So we're looking good. We're looking real good.